Okay, Google. Today I wanted to do kind of a walk and tell video. And really, I don't know what I'm going to walk and tell about. Could talk about the park and how badly kept it is. But I've already talked about that enough in 2 other videos that I have on my Facebook. But all in all, let's look at the positives here. There is a lot of people that talk about how beautiful their park is. Well, this one does have a lot of nature and how good the nature is to do with it. It's also very expansive, very big, with a lot of room for people to walk, bikes to ride, kids to play, birds to fly, turtles in ditches to swim, and a pond for people to fish. Of course, these days they have to watch out for the alligators that have now taken up living quarters there. And so there is a bit to contend with. With the good comes the bad. I have talked about how badly they are keeping the trees up and how things are decaying here because they're letting it be diseased without fixing it. But it is a very big park. They do have a walk area. You do get to see wildlife out here. Sorry if the video don't come out good. I'm not used to doing a walk and talk vlog. Let's call this my vlogmas because I don't know when I'll make another video. If the holidays will hit first or what. So happy Christmas. I hope you and yours have a really good time. Lots of presents, lots of fun, frivolous eating that you have to work off at the end of the year. Let's see. But one of the biggest things I like to talk about, and what I like to do, is encourage people to take dead things from nature and use it in their works, like black rocks, certain leaves, blades of grass that is one becomes two. Let's see, pine straws to cleanse and sweep your altar with. It's all out here. Bark of trees that has already fallen off, of course. Don't go and destroy something that is already good. If nature's already given it up, then it's a gift to you. That's an interesting tree. Look at that. Wow. 2 stalks that become one that become 2. That is, am I seeing that right? As much as I walk this park, this tree has a crotch and 2 torsos, 2 legs. It's definitely masculine. Wow. It's a nice big tree. And it appears to be in good shape. We could call this the Cornunus tree. Oops, sorry about the finger in the camera. It's one trunk over here. Okay, so it's just weird shaped, I guess. Not 2 trunks becoming 1, becoming 2. But it does look very human. Look, it's very masculine there and has a butt. It's filled in back here. But that's a big booty there. Anyway, very masculine, right? Of course, it's weird when you look up and you see that it's got 2 torsos and stalks, whatever way you want to call it. Interesting enough, though. I love nature. It has its weird ways, don't it? But here we're coming up on what I like to call the triple crown tree. Since my favorite one, there goes my fingers again. The triple crown tree, since my favorite one is now gone. And by the way, you might hear me a little out of breath here because I'm not used to walking. The summer got too hot, stayed in a lot. Still not as in good of shape from my chemo and radiation after 8 years. I think it's like 3 trees that have grown together, look at it, and then melded in together with dirt and soot. So not a triple crown tree after all. Okay. But if it was, I might tend to be doing a little dance around it. I've already left some fruits and vegetation around it. I do that here on the solstices. So that I can give thanks for all that I take from the earth and all that the earth gives to me. Look, I wish they would really take care of this stuff. That's interesting. I'm also doing this to get back in shape before hard winter comes. And I'm going to try to be out here during the hard winter, no matter how much I have to snuggle down with a lot of coats and shit. I need to get out more. I want to get out more. And it bothers me when I cannot. So, this is the park where I live. I would say if you walked all the paths that are in here together at one time, you're walking about 5 miles. Maybe a little more than that. I don't want to swear to that amount though. Just seems about right. This is the area that we're coming upon that I like to call the swamp area. And generally because it likes to hold a lot of water, but we've had so many droughts that it completely dried up and stayed dried up for a long time. Uh-oh, it looks like we got city workers up here. I get shy about talking on vlogs while people are around. Why? Because I don't usually do it. I guess it's no different than talking to people on a headset while you're walking or out somewhere, but I don't do that either. So yes, I'm a weird one. Very introverted. Catch a sight that way where I came from. And then go forward. He moved on. Thank goodness. I really just am weird about people. Something bit me on the foot, I think. Or maybe it's just my neuropathy. Not used to this walk. Let's see. Could be one of those weird red cow ants or whatever they are. We got plenty of them out here. But yeah, usually this is just full of water. It's a shame that it's not what it would usually be. It's bone dry. Wow. I hate that. What's a person to do though? Mother Nature gets tired of all the views and then retaliates in its own way wherever it can. Where it can the easiest, I'll put it that way. And when this is already so shallow, if you look, it's pretty shallow. About 4 foot in at the most, and it's pretty flat. It's obviously a man-made swamp area that usually would stand in water. But not now. That must be why all the gators are over there in the pond area now and multiplying. They needed to go where the water was, where the food was, and took all the ducks. This is usually above water anyway, where that side is always underwater. I say always, but obviously not. But pretty. Let's see. Hope I didn't blind y'all with the sun there, but I like the sun flares that happen whenever you get between certain parts of the tree. See, they don't take care of this shit. And I leave fruits and vegetables all around it at the quarters of the year to kind of nurture a little bit the goddess and all she does for us. Wow, I'm actually walking really good today. My neuropathy isn't acting up as bad. It will probably be barking at me tomorrow for this. But if I don't build up now, I never will. And it's just going to keep getting worse. I don't want to be that old pent-up grandma that can't make it around on my own. That would suck. Sun flares. There we go. There's a sun flare shot. I don't know how that does to the camera. I guess I'll see whenever I get back and start editing it. If I can figure out how to get it on my computer. I guess I can always take the sim out because I've got the extra, not the sim, but the storage file on it. I've got an extra compartment for storage, and that's where all the pictures are supposed to be going. Nice. I love it when there's nobody out here but me. It's like actually walking in the woods. But with my bad feet, it gives me a pathway, no matter how good or bad it is. It gives me a pathway I could walk on stably without killing myself. And so there is that. There is the beauty in the park as well. Why can't we have both? Sorry about the hands, people. I'll learn one day not to grab that side of the phone. But yeah, I gripe about the negative and the way that they take care of shit. But I do take advantage of it too. The park, I mean, by walking it, enjoying the wildlife here, because it does have plenty of that most times. Most times. And build up my legs that way, I guess. I gotta walk all the way back to my car. Here I go with the fingers. I'll learn, you guys. It's gonna take some bit. But yeah, I like taking the different things I find in nature and using it in my spell works for my own goods. Because it's cheaper that way. I mean, you could use any of that, as long as nature's willing to give it up. Preferably find something on the ground. I need a drink of something. Okay. I go walking and exercising, and I take guess what? My coffee. Coffee makes the world go round. Okay. Sorry, that was my coat. Meet Mrs. Coat, if you haven't already. And fingertips. Like I said, I'm not good at this, but you know what? Practice makes perfect. Maybe I can become good at it and do an actual functional video for you where I talk about things of good nature, so to speak. That's where people go out, but you go all the way down this pipe and then you drive around and then you go on out through there. But we're not doing that yet. I have put in a better walk than I have in a very long time today. Guess that's a good sign, huh? Means I'm getting in better shape. There's that little drawbridge. They had one that was kind of curved, like the old Japanese style bridges. This one is kind of straight, and they replaced that one with this. I miss the old one. We're not going that way though. Or should we? Be back toward nature. I don't want to walk the road. Yeah, that would suck. Let's not do that. And maybe let's not do this. So they just put this up. Let's see, if I stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. Oh, look at all the acorns. Squirrel food. Okay, I made it. I could have just walked through the ditch. It's dry as a bone. Anyway, there's generally a nice gold falcon that flies over my head and has for years whenever I come out. I haven't seen it today. It'd be nice if it would give me a little bit of a show. Yoo-hoo, falcon. No? No takers. I think he's had family out here, children, whatever, and they keep replicating. That's good. I would love to see one every time I walk out here. Like I said, I see them a lot. But where are they today? And how many feet have I walked today? That's interesting. But don't check. That's bad luck, right? You don't want to check the amount of steps that you've taken, because then it makes you wear out. Just keep doing what I'm doing, and you guys taking me along, carrying me with you, feels kind of good. Maybe that's why I've been able to do this walk to the extent that I have. Trust me, I never can walk this much. I think that what we have done basically is take a loop around those trees and then heading back in toward the trees. Do I want to go that way? I better go toward the car because I don't know what I've got left. in me, and I don't want to push it. I am starting to feel something in that left hip of mine. It's my surgical hip that I had replaced. I had a hip replacement surgery done, I want to say a little over 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago. And that's one of the reasons that I end up losing my muscle mass, sitting down and not doing anything, letting myself get old. Trying to do better about that though. I guess I'll get used to this meeting people thing eventually while I'm doing my walking teaches. What do I want to call that? Walking stomps, my walking teachings, my walking talks. I don't know, you guys vote on it. Tell me what you think, and I'll choose the best answer for that. The biggest, most used answer. Walking teaches, walking teachings, walking stomps, walking talks. We'll see what you guys have to say about it. And then I'll choose the best one, the biggest answer out of all of that, and make it what it is. Sorry about those fingers. Goodness. I'm glad I'm heading toward the car now. See, I started thinking too much, and now I'm wearing thin. This hip is getting tired. See, there's a few other paths you can go that are very long, actually. One that goes up besides the ball courts over yonder, if you go straight and forward. Then you got that goes down a little further, and the gazebo is over there. Gotta also learn to keep this phone level. Whew. Okay. Might be about time to sit and rest for a minute. Ooh. There we go. I did good before having to sit. Anyway, if I could learn to keep the fingers off the phone front, off that one side, it's gonna just naturally go that way. Whew. I did good. I am doing good. I know I've gotten over 5,000 feet in. 5,000 steps is what the step counters call it. But yeah, nice and quiet on the weekdays usually. At least until the ball games start up again. Yeah, that hip could be a little sore today. But the soreness of today is the buildup of tomorrow, right? So doing good. Anyhow, see how few there is? I think there's 3, maybe 4 cars in this area total. Yeah, I see 4, I think. Around the gazebo and playground area, which are the areas I try to avoid anyway until the late evening, because then the kids will be gone, the parents will be gone, they'll be getting ready for school and work the next day, and I don't like to run into them if I can help it. We're gonna have to cross right here, otherwise we'll be whipping around by the basketball court, I believe it is. I'll have to take you around it one day. First, I gotta build up and be more confident in what I'm doing here. In a way, it's a lovely little park. They need to bring some ant killer out here and some pest control for the trees. Replant some new trees. Would be nice. They have soccer fields, they have softball fields, t-ball. A pond for fishing, gazebo for whatever. A few little areas they used to have barbecue pits at, but I haven't seen any of those in a long time. I think they pulled them up and prohibited people from barbecuing here now. Maybe somebody had a boo-boo, made an accident, and so they ruled it out for the future. Let's visit the little pond area. Let's see, a little sip of drinky. Yeah, I've got a mess on me. When I say that, I mean, shit. No hands. Okay. Whatever. Just keep it in my hand. When I say I've got a mess on me, I mean I'm wearing a fanny pack, so I don't have to carry a purse. Has my ID and stuff like that on it. Important stuff. Some hand lotion and Germ-X in case I have to use those bathrooms. If they would clean those up more. And if people would just quit squatting over them, then it might help people like me that don't have a hip. Because I'm always having to try to rush because there is the factor of lining the toilet seat so I could actually sit down. Squats are a little difficult for some people when you're not sitting fully down. We are not a hovercraft here. Funny. Not a hovercraft. Let's see. What am I hearing over there? So it opens up to a really cool and cute little pond that has several fully grown alligators in it now. And we're minus about, I want to say 8 ducks, full grown, and a few ducklings. Last time I came out, there was one little bitty chickling duck left. Whoops. Wow, thank goodness for these closed-top containers of metal. I love it. Yes, I did a drop and roll thing. But yeah, last time I was out here, there was like one. There he is, right there. I can't see, so I hope I'm getting him. And he went scared. There he is. I hope I'm getting him for you. Little duckling. The last one, you guys. Sad but true. All of his folks, and I guess grandfolks, siblings, gone. And the alligators licking their lips saying tasting. You know it's nature and it's call of the wild. It'll do what it does. We do have a few little metal benches left. Not much to speak of, but they're here. So a really cute, cool looking little pond. I love it. I don't fish anymore, but I love to sit and rest at the pond. There's my copper penny over there. My little car. Let's see if I can find it. You don't see this viewfinder here very much. I think that's it over there. When I say that, I'm looking in the viewfinder. But I can't see the viewfinder. The phone front. It's all blended out by the sunlight. I dropped that little closed container cup and it seemed to be in great shape. Cut around over here. They let that tree just die out. I hate that. And it's dropping its pieces now so that it could feed what's left of nature. Which is a good thing in its way. Whew. No sign of our gator friends today though. Maybe it's too warm for them and they went under. Or maybe their habits are changing because of the time of year it is. Anyway, this is just kind of a test walk and teach or whatever. I'm hoping to get a better phone with better camera on it in the near future, but I don't know that I should bank on that for a while. It would be nice. And maybe a holder for it because this arm in my hands. Look how pretty. Going to copper penny over here. And I think I'm gonna kill it now so I can go on to the house, rest my arm a while. You take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Blessed be and merry part.